A man stands on the beach, looking out to the ocean, waiting for someone, anyone, to arrive, to save him. I wanted a life of wealth and squalor, and yet I've been marooned on this desolate piece of sand and shit. A sane man's hell? Or the riches of a lavish fool? I can't tell where I stand. 3 weeks, 2 months, 1 day. Until I see the world again, I'll never know what I've seen is real. I never knew I depended on people. A family, a wife, a child. All I now care for, within hindsight, of my own selfish prospects. Can I? Could I? I could have been better. A man of God, a man of good living, a fortune seeker to seek the finished journey before the end. Yes, I was a fool, and I can tell myself that now. Three weeks, 2 months, a couple of hours. If only I'd listened to anyone but myself. To all those who blasted me to hell for my selfish intent. I often wonder, while looking at the pale moon against the cold water, would I have stopped myself from continuing my plunder? And once I found my box, filled with trinkets of another man's legacy, would I have seen happiness then? Like the face of my child. The lad would do nothing. A quiet boy. Unassuming. Disarming. But warm-hearted. I have seen such tragedies. And for the brief moments when I would return home from travelling, I would sit and I would watch. And he would look back at me. And through his eyes, I saw peace. I saw a kindness that I would hope, I still hope, the world would never corrupt. And yet I won't be there to see him conquer the world. And conquer the world with such more success than his father ever could have. Three weeks, 2 months, a couple of minutes. I must be losing my mind. I saw her the other day. The other week. A few minutes ago, actually. Samantha. My wife. She baffles me. A strength no man could ever possess. She came to me in a rowing boat, and we embraced on the sands, sinking deeper back into love. We explored the island, and I saw the trees differently. They swayed in almost a perfect manner. The sunlight spotlighting her glowing complexion, radiating those emerald green eyes. And I held her, and I felt her weight in my arms as we danced among the palm trees. She loved me, and I love her. But then she had to go. And before my eyes, in a blink, like a trick on my sanity, I had my hands in the sand. I pulled them out, and I felt her love trickle down my hands. I was reminded I was alone. I miss her so. However, I hope she does waste her life looking for me, searching for a body to bury. And I hope with what small finances I left behind that she can give our son a better chance than I could have. He came to the island, but he was older. He was a fine man. I could see him. That boy. Now a man. I laughed him away. I was ashamed that this now man was looking at me, calling me father, telling me I should come home. What use was I? My darling wife has done you better than I ever could. Please, let me call you my son, just so I've got something to hold on to. Something I know I will have made better by not being there. Three weeks. 2 months. A couple of years. 3 weeks. 3 weeks. 2 months. 3 weeks. A couple of seconds. Years. Seconds. 5, 6, 7, 19 days. Months, years, a generation, decades, minutes, moments, 3 weeks, 2 months, 1 day. All I wanted was 1 day. And now, a moment in time. A man stands on a beach, looking out to the ocean, waiting for someone, anyone, to arrive, to save him.